Well, good evening, everyone. Michael Soothing here. Are you ready for Christmas? That's good, because neither am I. Okay, I'm almost ready. But what I was going to do this evening, after sipping some water, yes, that's part of my plan, to sip water. What's this? I've got some kind of Canadian coin here. I get so easily distracted. It looks like a maple leaf or something, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a quarter. After we went to Canada, we ended up with some Canadian money. See? 50 Canadian bucks. I showed you before. You can see through it, kind of. See? Can you see me through there? So, I'm not sure I trust money that I can see through, but it's got some cool holographic effects right there. I'm gonna experiment with some ear-to-ear. How about rubbing the money on the microphone? Hold on. It's stereo binaural. So hold on, let's see. I'll do this early in the video so that if you're not into binaural sounds, we'll get past it. I'm catching up as usual on newspapers that I never have time to read. So let's see what's going on in one of the local papers. We've got Christmas lights. They're setting up lights on the water. See? Beginning to see the lights. We are beginning to see the light. I think some of the boats at the harbor this time of year, they get all festooned with lights. If you live in the Santa Cruz, California area, where I used to live, they really go all out down at the yacht harbor. So if you live in the Silicon Valley, go check out the boats at the Santa Cruz Yacht Harbor. Tell me, what is one of your favorite activities for this time of year? Do you go and look at Christmas lights anywhere? Do you go listen to a good rendition of the Messiah and remember what the season is about? Or what do you do before Christmas comes? I'm interested in other people's traditions, so tell me in comments. Let's see here. Obituaries. I always want to see, I told you before, the ages of people that pass away so that I can hope I still have a long life ahead. Here's the folks here, and it looks like they lived a pretty full life. Not trying to be morbid or anything. Let's see, this guy was 93. So I can go a ways more. He was born in Washington. He married Lucille Carter. He went into the Army at 17, was in the landing at Omaha Beach. Wow. Now, he was part of the D-Day invasion of France to liberate them from Germany. That's amazing. Oh, I just skipped the other two. Sorry, guys. This one, Robert somebody, passed away peacefully. He was born in 1929. They're gonna make me calculate his age, see? So he was 91, right? And that's pretty old too. And then this other guy, no, this is a woman. She was 81. Joyce Tiernick, 81. All right. Moving on to more positive themes for the season. Nativity Festival to open this Friday. Tree full of wishes in bloom for local teens. Yahat's Ladies Club hosting the 91st annual Holiday Bazaar. I wonder if any of the original charter members are still here 91 years later. Letters to the editor. This should be interesting. Celebrating the exploding whale. You think I made that up, as you always do, and then I show you that it's a real article celebrating the exploding whale. It says, let's do the paper ear to ear also. Got the microphone right here. I am writing in response to the November... Okay, move along. I think that the exploding whale is and always will be considered a funny moment in Oregon coastal history. There are some people who view the whale explosion as an embarrassing event that should be buried like the whale should have been. Are they talking about Rosie? Oh, I didn't say that. Never mind. It was a silly decision to blow up the whale with some dynamite. This is something that happened a few decades ago. A whale washed up on the beach, and they thought, what are we going to do with this thing? If we blow it up, maybe the pieces will wash back out to sea. Because they didn't have any big equipment to move the thing or drag it, any boats big enough to drag it back out to sea. So, it had died already, okay. They wouldn't blow up a live one. But anyway, it didn't turn out quite as planned. Pieces of the whale landed far away on people's cars and on businesses and things like that. And so the whole thing was kind of a bust. But anyway, I wasn't here for it. But here's what it says. I'm glad no one actually died from the falling blubber, or else the event might have been considered a grave mistake. Was that supposed to... I haven't heard of any other celebrations for the anniversary of exploding whales, but what happened on the 48th anniversary was funny. I liked the reenactment of the explosion at the beach. Did I miss something? I missed the exploding whale celebration. I am very disappointed in myself now. How could I have not made it to that event? The people who reenacted the explosion probably got a good laugh out of it. Like the article said, the median age for people in town is around 60. Wow. An aging town, huh? So doing the reenactment gives younger people something fun to do. you know that you don't have too much to do in a small town if the only thing you can find for the young folks is a commemoration of a whale they exploded 48 years ago, right? I think it would be exciting to have a huge reenactment done by the whole town or a couple of hundred people. It would generate more excitement for the young people in the city. Some tourists might hear about the event or be passing by and want to join in or spectate. Or on the other hand, they might think we're all out of our minds on the coast. All right, so what else? Fire. We're past that season. All right, we'll get rid of that. What else we got here? Anything interesting? Free native plants. If you have waterfront property. Oh, I'm not on the right river. That's on the Siuslaw River, named after one of the local tribes. Oh, here we are. Sports and recreation. Chronicling Oregon's king tides. King tides right there. See that? What, you might ask, is a king tide? Is it when a monarch comes to visit the area on a ship? No, actually not. What the king tide is every year about this time, late December and early January, the earth is closer to the sun than it is in other parts of the other times of the year. That's why in the southern hemisphere, in Australia and places like that, summers can be particularly brutal because their summer happens when Earth is closer to the sun. But another effect is when we have a new moon or a full moon and it combines with, let me see if I can illustrate. I have here a lemon. This will represent the sun. And I have a little agate here. This will represent the moon, right? What am I going to do to represent the earth? My water bottle will be the earth, right? Well, if you see the moon is going around the earth in an orbit, right? And meanwhile, the earth is going around the sun in an orbit. So, and the earth is, this is the earth. Maybe I should make the water bottle the sun. Anyway, the earth is also, of course, rotating on its axis. And it's slightly skewed like this. So, if the sun and the moon end up on the same side, I need an extra hand. Can somebody out there provide me a third hand? We just dropped the moon on the floor. I'm not going to try to pick it up right now. Instead, I'm going to represent the sun and the moon with these two Canadian coins. Here's the sun and here's the moon, okay? If they're both on the same side of the earth this time of year, like this, it pulls the oceans. See the ocean there? It pulls the oceans more because the gravity's combining, right? And so if the moon gets into a spot where it's pulling this at the same time as the sun, the tides are bigger. So whereas the tide might normally get only to this level, right? At a king tide, it gets way up more, right? So if the lid here is where it normally goes, it goes up higher because it's getting pulled more, the water, the oceans. Okay. So to give you an example, along the coast here, our high tide is usually about 5 feet above the mean lower water level, about 5 feet, maybe plus or minus a half a foot or more. But on Saturday, the tide is going to be 8 feet. And to put that in perspective, the all-time high tide ever measured was only 8.5 feet. So you see we're going to be close to the record. Only 6 inches will, and that's not very much. So, although they say every inch counts, I don't know. But in any case, there's also a negative tide. The water drops lower than normal during king tides at low tide, and that's a great time to go hunt agates, especially if you had big storms first, because the water goes out further and exposes some of the gravel beds and things. And if the big storms washed the sand away, then you get the effect. Anyway, this article is about how they have a local group and they take photographs of all kinds of places along the coast to show where the king tide goes in further than normal. It's an interesting set of photos. I've seen it before. They have a program at Cape Perpetua Visitor Center for anyone volunteering to take pictures. Erosion from high surf etched in the beachheads near Cape Perpetua. There's the water coming in, washing the sand away. All right, let's see here. Never turn your back on the ocean. I want to see what's going on with the fishing report. Silence River, Wilson, Yakina, those are all too far away. I'm not going there. Trout fishing closed November 1st in the rivers. And steelhead fishing will open soon. Winter steelhead. Let's see. Steelhead is a sea-run version of a rainbow trout that migrates to the ocean and then comes back fully grown. It's just a big, giant, tough rainbow trout. Goes out into the oceans like a salmon. I'm not in the mood to do a really long video tonight. Here is the advertising section for just one store. Fred Meyer. Don't you think Christmas is getting really commercialized? Have they been saying that now for 100 years? But I remember when I was a kid, my parents were saying, they advertise it earlier every year. And we're still saying that. Now they start selling Christmas stuff in June, I think. Anyway, they have lots of stuff in here. Christmassy things. Buy one, get one half price. See? Who can beat that? buy one. That doesn't work so well with the Christmas tree, because why would you buy one and then get a second one for half price, right? This item here makes great roast beast. Crock pot. Joanne made a yummy roast beast the other day. We're still eating on it with leftovers for sandwiches. All home decor. Buy one and get one half price. Do you think that's a real fireplace? I just have my doubts. Something tells me this might not be. Let's see what else we got going on here. Bedding. This doesn't look very exciting. Christmas. Who's gonna buy stretch fleece active hoodie for the partner for Christmas? That's a bore. Don't you think that's kind of boring? Now we're getting to the better stuff. Video games. I used to be addicted to the Xbox. But ever since I moved to Oregon, I haven't had any time to play it. I never even hooked it up. Oh, here's what I want for Christmas. Can you get me this? I want the Mickey Mouse Racer. Okay? Just get me that and I'll be happy. Mickey Mouse Racer. When I was a kid, I loved Christmas because I loved everything about it. Going to the relative's house, the grandparents, big Christmas dinner, relatives getting together, decorations and lights everywhere, doing the tree. I loved the true meaning of Christmas, going to church and listening to the choir sing, and all those things was all, and of course getting gifts on Christmas morning was very exciting when you're a child. So I got a skateboard for Christmas one year when I was, I think, 11 years old. And that was before skateboards were even invented. So, you know, that was kind of cool to get one. But I think the whole thing is getting a little out of hand with gifts, don't you? It gets so out of proportion and materialistic. So we made an agreement this year, Joanne and I. We would get each other just one modest gift. And so let me show you. Of course, I stuck to the agreement. So I just got her this gift here. Do you like the sound of it? But I cheated just a little bit. And I got her this gift here, which happens to be an item of clothing. I also, just a tiny bit, got carried away. Got her this gift here. Don't tell her I got her these gifts, because she might not like it if I didn't stick to my end of the bargain. Oh, I got her one more. This gift here. Ho, ho, ho. Okay. Well, I got her kind of a little token gift because I couldn't pass up wrapping something in such a beautiful shade of purple, right? Look, you can even see things in it. You could do if you could do a face reveal with this thing if you were hiding your appearance. Uh-oh, what's this? I did get her one more gift. Did I say we were going to limit it to one? I think I did. Okay, I just went a tiny bit overboard. Not counting this one. I promise I didn't spend a fortune, though. All right. We set a strict limit, and hopefully we're sticking to it a little bit. And I got her one more gift I won't show you because I might get a little flushed and embarrassed, even though it's wrapped in a package, because it's really more a gift for me than her, if you know what I mean. So, I think that one's an item of clothing also, or a couple items. But anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. I hope you are ready. And maybe I'll do another video before then. I hope so. But I definitely will have another sip of water before then. This should be a Christmassy color. Instead, it's blue. It should be green or red. Don't you agree? I wonder if this makes a good sound in the microphone. Ooh. I did some really, I videoed the waves the other day. Speaking of tides, I videoed the waves by the jetty as the tide was going out and the sun was going down. And I'm thinking of doing a relaxation whisper video to that because I found it very peaceful and relaxing. I wonder if you would like that. I just heard the train. I missed it. Did you hear it? If you're listening on earbuds. There it goes again. Can you hear that? I love watching it when it goes by. I'm not far from it, and I never know when it's going to go by. So, it goes by in the evening, but there's no schedule. It may go twice a week or 4 times. We never know. So, I missed it. Sometimes we see it when we're out on our evening walk. It's usually between 8 and 10 p.m. Kinda late, but it's been running with 3 or 4 engines lately and carrying, this is Oregon. It carries lumber products. So, anyway, everybody, I hope you have a great Christmas, and do not ASMR and drive because you have enough stress in your life at this time without having to fill out accident reports, okay? Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now. The train's still blowing its whistle. That's so cool.